Dear friends, welcome back. This time, I'd like to center around one machine on the Vulnhub, which is bookshelf 1. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can head over to the Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 135. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and self scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the option like scene scan, the version scan, and the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Although you can notice here, the IP address of the target has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. So from the nmap scanning, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open port numbers. And the last 2 are used for my circle surface. Let's take a look at all open port numbers one by one. The first one is 21, which is running FTP surface, and also the version information. Of course, the nmap cannot be certain the specific version number of this surface. However, by its default script scanning, we can tell that the target allows anonymous FTP logging. We can check it out manually later, but maybe you will possibly have a problem with this, the anonymous logging. And also afterwards, I would like to show you how this problem can be solved. And this is the file which can be downloaded. And the second one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the exact version information, including version number. Although this version is not very updated, I don't think we can find any vulnerability. The next one is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the version information. And default script scanning tells us this target has logbox file available, which contains one disallowed entry. Later we can check it out manually by the browser. And the last one is, last 2 are used for my circle, just I mentioned a bit earlier. So what can we do next? I think we can start from the FTP surface enumeration. And because the version number is not clear, and however we can log in to the target via FTP, okay, and connect it to the target. However, we are there, service not available. So possibly you will have a similar problem. Normally we can use the FTP client to connect to the target and to do the enumeration. But I don't know what caused this issue. So how to sort it out? We can use its alternative client, LFTP. And by default, LFTP is not installed in Linux distribution, but install it would be very straightforward and easy we can use apt package manager to install it. I've already done that earlier. So for now, we just connect to the target with LFTP client. And we can use the option of -u to specify the username. In this case, the username is anonymous. And we can put anything as password and followed by the IP address of the target. Enter. As you can see now, we are connected to the target, and we can get down this file. And we can also check whether we can navigate between different locations or directories. We got the error of 550. And so next, also we can check whether we can upload the file. You know, I'm following the methodology with FTP surface emulation, and we can create the test file. And now we can use command put test. However, we are not allowed to upload a file or create a file on the target. So I think we have already done everything what we can with the FTP surface. So now let's exit from the LFTP and let's take a look at the web path file, web path. So I think this should be from the name of the file and also the content of this file. We can deduce that this should be, collection to the password dictionary. And so now, of course, right now we don't know the username. Yes, if we have the username information, then we can use Hydra and use this password dictionary to brute force. Okay, and for now we just put it aside for a while. Now I think we can check whether this target is vulnerable or my circle surface is vulnerable to the weak credential vulnerability. Okay, and we can provide the password of root. However, we failed to connect to. Okay, so now it's time to emulate the web application both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser and put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser. And this is the bookshelf. Welcome to this bookshelf. Choose your book online. And also can give us the login page. And we can check whether we can use the weak credential, admin as password login. However, we got the wrong credentials error, no username and password found. So maybe now we can check whether we can use login bypass technique to log in. Login failed as well. So now I think because just now we have already got the dictionary of the password, and we assume that the username should be admin and then password. Okay, and so now I think we can use the Hydra to make brute forcing. To do that, we need to get the payload information. For example, we can launch or trigger any new request, and the first request. So now we can use Hydra, and the username is admin, and the password dictionary we can use uppercase P to specify the password dictionary. And when the Hydra finds the password, it will stop. The protocol or service is post form, and then we can, of course, then we need to specify the login page. Oh, why? We need to remove the first part, and then we need to specify the payload, post payload. And this would be very easy. We just copy the payload from the browser, and we need to do some modification. The username field should be replaced by placer user and the password pass. Okay. Now also we need to supply the error message. Of course, we do not need to include the entire error message. We just put the keywords of such error message. Credential. Okay, so now we can press enter to launch brute forcing. I think this word list is not big, so this will not take very long time to finish. We can check it out how many words in this dictionary. 757 words in total. As you can see, it's done. However, 0 valid password found. So maybe this, is possibly rabbit hole left by the author. Anyway, we can go ahead. And next, we need to retrieve the robots file from the target and just some information. Don't ignore for 04 developer. Try harder. Of course, we are going to try harder. Next, we can launch Ligto to do the automatic enumeration. Ligto can give us rich information about the web application from various aspects like the banner information, the header information, and also allowed HTTP methods. I mean, if the target allows a dangerous method like put, then we can utilize or make use of such a dangerous method for our purpose. Okay, for example, like upload the malicious PHP file onto the target. Then we can access this file to get the initial foothold on the target. But this is not the case for this machine. And next, we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. Directory, GoBuster, directory. Text back. And of course, at the stage of malnumeration, we have already found this directory, right? The root. So I think what can we do next? I think we need to do deeper directory enumeration, and because we cannot exploit this login page. All right. Actually, this should be the most difficult part of the entire machine. And anyway, as I mentioned in the other videos, we need to combine different techniques to do the directory enumeration. Although I prefer the GoBuster, however, please do not forget other options there. And for example, we can use like a GoBuster, and also we can use dub and their search. Okay, and also even we can use the fuzzing2, right? But although we can use the fuzzing2 like wfuff or fuff2 itself to do the directory enumeration, but I always use this fuzzing2 to make brute forcing against the parameter, the file inclusive vulnerability, something like that. Okay, and although I've already utilized the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration, but nothing interesting we can get. So next we can launch the GoBuster. GoBuster by nature will run the recursive enumeration of the directories. Sometimes this would be very important, and we can put the URL, root, and we can select the word list. Should be under user share word list, and then the master directory, and then we can start. Okay. And we can navigate to the results tab and found, as you can see, can recursively retrieve the direct subdirectory and file, which is good. Okay. Admin. Maybe we can copy URL and put it over here. So forbidden. This one, I think this one just this page contact, we can copy. So for 04 page, so maybe here we can run command or local file inclusion vulnerability. It's displayed over here. Interesting. Oh, we got another file we can copy and put over here. Page is under construction. Contact administrator. If we check its source code, we can get this command. We can copy, and we can use the command to decode. So I think we need to pass. We need to supply the parameter. We can copy and paste over here. So I think so far we can guess maybe the path is vulnerable to the local file inclusion vulnerability or command injection vulnerability. Let's test it now. ID. As you can see, the command ID has been executed successfully. So I think we do not need to run it. The buster anymore. So we can close up this buster. So now what can we do next? We can set up the listener on the Kali Linux, and then we can run reverse command. The easiest way or command would be netcat. We need to check out the availability of the netcat. Netcat is there, so then we can run press enter. As you can see, we successfully got the collection from the target, and then we can spawn the interactive shell by Python pty module, and also we can define the term variable xterm color, and then we can clear the screen. Sorry about the noise. And then we need to do some local enumeration. So there is just one normal user. We can go inside, go vendor directory, clear, go to SSH directory, permission denied, KIT, what's that? Go to desktop. Oh, we got the flag, and we do not have permission to grab to retrieve the flag yet, which doesn't matter. And then we need to go documents, nothing there, go to downloads, shelf, and we can cut out this file. This is the executable. So what it's about. So set UID. Set UID. Maybe we can run it. Shelf. We can get the ID information. Maybe next we can check the architecture information. Now we can navigate to temp directory because I want to upload the NimPair shell script to the target. And we can set up the web server on the target. And then we can use the wget to upload NimPairs. And we need to make it executable. And we just run it. What I'm going to do would be privilege escalation. And in order to elevate privilege, we need to do the local enumeration. Of course, just now I've already enumerated the local machine manually, but it would be better to use the automatic enumeration. Okay, I think we have already found the command or script shelf, but I don't know how to utilize it. Anyway, it's done. This one, you can write SUID file. So can we write something into this file? Can we? Cron job. Oh, so many local exploits. So maybe in this video, I'd like to take the metasploit or metapredator to elevate the privilege. So how to do? We can use MS Vellum to create the payload. As you can see, I choose this payload and need to specify the local host. Okay, and the next we can launch the Metasploit console. In the meantime, we can upload the payload to the target, and we need to make it executable. Before we run this payload, we need to set up the handler first. Multi-handler, set the payload to be this one. We can copy. And we need to set a local host to our Kali Linux. Set local port number to 66. And we just run it. And then we can, as you can see, the handler has started without issue. Then we can hit enter to run this payload. And then we can background this Metapret session by pressing keys Control and Z. And then we can search suggester. And then we can use this post exploitation module. Okay, and then we can show options. Any option which is required to configure is session number to 1, and then we can run it. And now this module is collecting local exploits for the target machine. Afterwards, it will be doing the checks on those collected exploits. Running check method for exploit. When it's done, and then we can select appropriate module to exploit. Okay, I think we have already got the first choice on module, and we can copy. When it's done, when this module is over, and then we can use this module. Maybe I will try the SUID bit of the shelf command, what we discovered earlier the other time. We can use, okay, and then we can show options. We need to set local host to our Linux, local port number to any free or unoccupied port number. And also we need to set the session number to 1. And for now, we just run it. And then I think we can get our privilege escalated. Metapret session 2 opened. Wonderful, right? And then we can get the shell, the Python 2 is there. We can import pty spawn, export the term, go to the root directory, we can get the root flag. So this should be the false flag. And then, of course, there will be no problem to access Defender. And then we can get this should be the third flag. And also we can find other flag because we have already got privileged shell. Okay. So the flags. So how about the first and the second flag? Anyway, we have already got the privileged shell. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.